Hi, I'm Eddie Grant, here with M Property Group, your local property management team here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And if you own a rental property anywhere in Pennsylvania, this video could save you thousands of dollars and a whole lot of headaches. Here's the most important thing to understand in Pennsylvania. You cannot evict a tenant yourself. No changing the locks, no shutting off utilities, and definitely not removing their belongings. That is called a self-help eviction, and it is flat out illegal. So you make sure that you go through the court system, and you have to use your local magistrate or a landlord or tenant court. If it's for non-payment of rent, the notice period is 10 days. If it's for a lease violation or ending tenancy, and the tenant has lived there for 1 year or less, it's only 15 days. However, if it's more than 1 year, it jumps to 30 days. Now here's a pro tip. Your written lease can actually change or even waive those notice periods. So actually check what your lease says first, and whatever you do, serve the notice right away. So I would hand deliver it to the tenant, or you could post it on their property. Just make sure that you document everything with time-stamped photos. If you mail it in the regular mail, you can't always prove that a tenant received it, and that means a judge could just toss your case before you even get to a hearing. Law number 2, security deposits. This is where I see landlords lose the most money, and it's completely avoidable. Pennsylvania regulates 3 big things: how much you charge, where you hold it, and when you return it. Now let's hit all 3. Number 1, in the first year of the lease, you can collect a maximum of 2 months' rent as a security deposit. Starting in the second year, that drops to just 1 month's rent, and you have to return the difference. And if a tenant has lived there for 5 years or more, you cannot increase the deposit at all, even if you raise the rent. Number 2 is about where you keep it. Pennsylvania requires that you hold security deposits in a separate escrow account, never mixed in with your operating money. And if you have more than $100 for over 2 years, that account has to be interest-bearing, with interest going to the tenant. Number 3, and this one is arguably the most costly, is when you return it. After a tenant moves out and gives you a forwarding address in writing, you have exactly 30 days to either return the full deposit or send a written, itemized list of any deductions along with whatever is left. And be reasonable with your deductions. You can charge for real damage like broken fixtures or large holes in the wall, but you can't charge for normal wear and tear, like faded paint or minor scuffs on the wall or worn carpet from everyday use. That's just the cost of doing business. The Federal Fair Housing Act makes it illegal to discriminate against tenants based on 7 protected classes: race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, and familial status, which means you can't refuse to rent to someone just because they have kids. And here's what a lot of landlords miss. Depending on where you are, there can be even more added protections like that. For example, across Pennsylvania, age and the use of a guide or support animal are protected. And here in Philadelphia, the Fair Practice Ordinance goes further, protecting things like sexual orientation, gender identity, marital status, source of income, which includes housing vouchers. For example, you can't write a rental ad that says, "perfect for a single professional," or "no children." That's discriminatory on its face. And if a tenant with a disability requests a reasonable accommodation, say a service animal in a no pets building, you're legally required to consider it. My advice, go back and review every rental ad and every screening policy that you use. Apply the exact same criteria on every single applicant, document your reasons for every single decision, and you'll keep yourself on the right side of the law. Consistency is your best protection here. A lot of people assume there's rent control limiting how much you can raise the rent. In Pennsylvania, there's no statewide rent control. In fact, state law actually prevents local towns from creating their own rent control ordinances on private housing. So unlike a place like New York or parts of California, you generally have freedom to set rent at market rate.